We have some special debt to you, Juanita, to your family. Sacrifices that you made in this partnership. Do not forget that on the Sunday, the Edmund Prentice Bridge March,
Come on, Doc.
Dr. King was not there. No major minister was there. They were calling their pulpits about what had just happened. Who was there? Williams, John Lewis,
Tell the story.
Mrs. Boynton, Mrs. Foster, Cartwright, James Orange. They were there.
Tell it, Doc.
Called in the palace because the ground crew was on attack. Birmingham was not the idea of Dr. King or even Ralph to bring those kids in. It was James Bevel.
Come on, Doc. Yes, sir. Come on, Doc.
It was Bevel. It was the irascible Fred Shuttlesworth. This was a family affair.
Yes. Come on, Jason.
And all these foot soldiers, sometimes called his ground crew, was the core of this dynamic, this new thrust in America and the world. So,
That's right.
Ms. Abernathy, we thank you, we thank the King family,
That's right.
all of us involved in that phase of our struggle. And circles do have phases. I'm engaged right now in exciting, measured celebration. Those who've been around long enough, I remember one time Kareem Jabbar said that Magic Johnson just joined the Lakers team and they won a game in the last second and Magic was jumping up and down. And Kareem said, we've got 62 games. And we win some, lose some. So you can't jump too high when you win and can't cry too long when you lose.
That's
We
right.
got 62 games of the playoff champ. So we are saying these movements
Come on, Doc.
have stages.
Come on.
I would make the case today that we've seen in President Barack's season, the courtship, if I might use the analogy of the primaries, the courtship,
All right.
the courtship.
Yeah.
And then on November the 4th was the big engagement party.
All right.
Come on.
It was the same park where we were tear gassed 40 years ago, protesting the war. On that night, that was celebration 40 years before it had been tear gas. That was the engagement party. On tomorrow will be the big wedding.
Come on, Doc.
But then the afternoon, the marriage began.
Come on. Come on, Doc. Come on, Doc.
Courtship
Yeah.
and engagement
Yeah.
and marriage and weddings are fun. Marriage is a different proposition.
Come on.
Some who celebrated the courtship with the engagement party,
Yeah.
would be at the wedding, would not be as committed at the marriage. When demands are made between the groom, the bridegroom, Dr. King warned us that freedom has no budget attached to it, but equality does. People who are for the Montgomery bus boycott to offset indecency, who are for having public accommodations to be granted a sense of public decency.
Yes, sir.
When it came time for equality and end the war, they jumped ship. So we've been to the court period. We've had the big engagement party. Did not our hearts burn? We have gone to the wedding. Then tomorrow afternoon, the issue of how will we target the poor and end war. Those who just want to talk about the Middle East crisis but ignore Haiti 90 miles from Miami before we mud pie for a sacred crime. Those who are concerned about Gaza, and we should be concerned about Gaza, but we lost 1,000 more folk in Zimbabwe to cholera than we lost to Gaza in bombs.
That's right. That's right.
Does not Africa matter too?
Come on now. Come on now.
A policy where we reach out and welcome Cubans and subsidize them and lock patients up and send them back to South. That must be dealt with one needs to do in the marriage.
Go ahead, Kevin.
I'm mindful of this Mount Transfiguration moment, how good it is to be here. I've been around long enough to know that once the flowers and the rice have been swept away, marriage time. And people be confusing us, George, on all kind of language like beyond race. That's foolish.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Kevin.
Some Americans are not beyond racism, not beyond race. Race is what God made. Racism is what the devil made. So we are about there's something called e pluribus unum. Of the many races, we become one. So we're not against race. We're against racism that exploits, divides, and exploits. We affirm race and gender. We disregard or reject racism and gender bias.